Hello and welcome to Midday Update. Coming up are the headlines for the day. Invest Easy portal services resume in Oman. Shabab Oman II arrives in Sweden. Oman is second in Arab world and Gulf in e-services development index. Monkeypox cases in Britain pass 1,000, world total now at 3,413. 51 killed and 24 injured in Columbian prison riot fire. Turkey seeks to mend ties with regional heavyweights amid economic woes. Serena Williams suffers first-round exit at Wimbledon Championships. Men in Blue survive Irish scare, capture series after thrilling 4-run win in final T20 International. Those are the headlines. Now for the local stories for the day. The Ministry of Commerce, Industry and Investment Promotion has announced the resumption of Invest Easy portal services on Wednesday, June 29, 2022. The ministry said the following in a statement. We are pleased to announce that our Invest Easy services are back up and running. You can now complete all your transactions except for intellectual property services through self-service or the service centers. Our team at the Investor Service Center would be glad to welcome you back and assist at the ministry's premises starting Wednesday, 29 June 2022. The Royal Navy of Oman vessel Shabab Oman II has arrived at Port of Gothenburg in Sweden as part of its international voyage Oman, the Land of Peace. According to Oman News Agency, the Shabab Oman II will dock in the port for 3 days to allow the public to learn more about its message, which is to extend the bonds of friendship between the Sultanate of Oman and various countries of the world, and to introduce authentic Omani culture, in addition to viewing the photo gallery on board that highlights the most important historical, cultural and development landmarks of the Sultanate of Oman. The Sultanate of Oman is the second in the Arab world and the Gulf in the e-service development index. The Sultanate of Oman ranks 50th globally in the e-governance development index, 24th globally and second in the Arab world and the Gulf in the e-service development index, according to United Nations e-government survey during 2020. This was during the 2021 annual report of the Oman 2040 Implementation Follow-up Unit, which was held on Wednesday. Those are the local stories. We'll take a short break and we'll be back with the international news. Stay tuned.
Oman's largest online supermarket now has no minimum order limit. From grocery to household items, Rafiq has everything that you want. Enjoy worry-free shopping with over 8,000 products to choose from and get it delivered straight to your doorstep. Rafiq, you order, we deliver.
Welcome back to Midday Update. Now for the international stories. Latest data released on Tuesday by the UK Health Security Agency showed the number of confirmed monkeypox cases in Britain has reached 1,076. According to UK HSA, up to June 26, 2022, there were 1,076 laboratory confirmed cases in Britain. Of these, 27 were in Scotland, 5 in Northern Ireland, 9 in Wales and 1,035 in England. Since the WHO's previous update on June 17, there have been 1,310 new cases reported, with 8 new countries reporting cases. It means almost a third of all cases in the world reported since the current outbreak started have emerged in Britain. In its latest update issued Monday, the WHO said since Jan 1st and as of June 22nd, there have been 3,413 laboratory confirmed cases and 1 death reported to WHO from 50 countries and territories in 5 WHO regions. WHO said the majority of laboratory confirmed cases, 2,933 of the 3,413 cases, are in the WHO's European region. This accounts for about 86% of the total. The monkeypox outbreak in the UK continues to grow, with over 1,000 cases now confirmed nationwide, UK HSA Incident Report Director Sophia Mckee said. We expect cases to continue to rise further in the coming days and weeks. UK HSA said anyone who has had close contact with an individual with symptoms is also at increased risk. At least 51 prisoners were killed and 24, including an unspecified number of guards, were injured on Tuesday in a blaze at a prison in the western Colombian city of Turloa after inmates rioted and set fire to mattresses. A fire inside an overcrowded Colombian prison broke out amid a chaotic scene inside the Penitentiary in the early hours of Tuesday morning, reported sources. At about 2 a.m. local time, a fire broke out among prisoners, according to Colombian Justice Minister Wilson Ruiz. One inmate set a mattress ablaze during the brawl and flames spread across the prison wing, Ruiz said at a news conference. The penitentiary personnel tried to take care of it themselves, but the flames were too strong and we had to wait for the arrival of the firefighters to control the situation, Ruiz said. Colombian prisoners are notoriously overcrowded, on average more than 20% over capacity, Ruiz said. The penitentiary where the fire broke out in Turloa, however, was 17% over capacity, making it one of the country's least overpopulated prisons, he added. The incident marks one of the deadliest incidents of its kind in the country's recent history. Liquidity challenges and worst economic woes in 2 decades have prompted Turkey to mend ties with regional heavyweights such as Saudi Arabia and Israel to attract their investments to help the country through its crisis, experts say. During a rare visit to Turkey by Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman Al Saud last week, the 2 countries declared their determination to start a new era of cooperation, setting aside years of acrimony following the 2018 murder of the Saudi journalist Jamal Khashoggi in Saudi consulate in Istanbul. Similar steps have also been taken by the Turkish government under President Recep Tayyip Erdogan to improve its relations with the United Arab Emirates, Egypt and Israel, as Ankara is struggling with the weak currency and 24-year high inflation of 73.5%. After a decade of animosity over Israel's deadly assault on a Turkish-led flotilla to the besieged Gaza Strip in 2020, Turkey and Israeli senior officials have paid mutual visits in the last couple of months to open what Israeli Foreign Minister Yair Lapid hails a new chapter in bilateral relations, especially their cooperation in exporting Israeli natural gas to Europe via Turkey. Those are the international stories. We'll take a short break and we'll be back with sports news. Stay tuned.
Oman's largest online supermarket now has no minimum order limit. From grocery to household items, Rafiq has everything that you want. Enjoy worry-free shopping with over 8,000 products to choose from and get it delivered straight to your doorstep. Rafiq, you order, we deliver.
Welcome back to Midday Update, now for the sports stories. The 23-time Grand Slam singles champion Serena Williams suffered a first-round exit at the Wimbledon Championships as she was outclassed by French Harmony Tan. The American legend withdrew midway in the opening round at last year's Wimbledon Championship due to injury. After time spent away from the court for almost a year, the 40-year-old returned to the grass court in London. Despite the bitter loss, Williams left the centre court with an elegant smile. Tan, playing for the first time in the Wimbledon main draw, said she had no idea how she could win the match. Earlier French Open champions Iga Swiatek and Rafael Nadal both reached the second round at the Wimbledon Championships on Tuesday. The 21-year-old didn't play any match on grass ahead of Wimbledon and said she knew it was going to be tricky. But the task was obviously not so difficult as she came from 1-3 down in the second set to finish the match in 1 hour and 15 minutes. Top knocks from captain Andrew Balbirnie, Paul Stirling and Harry Tector went in vain as India snatched the match from Ireland in the last over, winning the last ball thriller by 4 runs at the Village in Dublin on Tuesday. With this, India has won the series 2-0. Ireland, though, will walk away with a lot of positives as they were in the match till the very last ball and gave India a scare of a lifetime with their batting. Chasing 228, Ireland was off to a good start as opener Paul Stirling hit the opening over of pacer Bhuvaneshwar Kumar for 18 runs, hitting him for 6, 4, 4 and 4. Irish batters kept punishing Indian bowlers, putting them under severe pressure, particularly Bhuvaneshwar. The duo of Stirling and Andrew Balbirnie brought their 50-run stand in just 23 balls. At the end of the power play in 6 overs, Ireland stood at a commanding 73 for 1 with Balbirnie and Garrett Delaney. At the end of 10 overs, Ireland stood at 107 for 2 with Balbirnie and at 50 and Tector at 6. Harshal Patel started the second half of the innings for India. Though Irish captain Balbirnie welcomed him with a 6 and a 4, the pacer had the last laugh, dismissing the batter for a brilliant 60 of 37 after he was caught by Bishnoi at deep point. The promising 44-run stand with Tucker was finally over. At the end of 15 overs, Ireland stood at 164 for 4, needing 62 in the last 30 balls. The 16th over, bowled by Bhuvneshwar, who had an expensive spell in the power play, conceded 10 runs, bringing down the chase to 52 runs needed in 24 balls. Bhuvneshwar started the next over by breaking the 46-run stand between Tector and Dockrell by sending back Tector for a well-made 39 of 28 balls after he was caught by Deepak Hooda at the leg on. At this point, half of the Irish team was back at the hut at 189. The breakthrough brought the run chase down to 31 in the final 2 overs. Ireland crossed the 200-run mark in 18.3 overs. The equation was down to 17 in the last over. Umran Malik came forward to bowl the last over. Ireland finished their innings at 221 for 5. Malik managed to keep his nerves and complete his job for India, winning the game for his side by 4 runs. Batting first, India was not off to a good start, losing Ishan Kishan for just 3 after he was dismissed by medium pacer Mark Adair with help from wicket-keeper batter Lorcan Tucker. This brought Deepak Hooda to the crease, who joined the opener Sanju Samson. The duo soon reached their 50-run partnership and brought their 100-run stand in just 55 balls. Samson also brought up his first T20 international 50 in 31 balls. Ireland finally got a breakthrough after Adair clean bowled Samson for a brilliant 77 of 42 balls, ending the brutal 176-run stand between the duo. Suryakumar Yadav, who was next at the crease after Samson's wicket looked good, smashing 2 fours and a 6, but was dismissed for 15 of 5 by medium pacer Josh Little after being caught behind by keeper Tucker. This brought captain Hardik Pandya to the crease. Wicket-keeper batter Dinesh Karthik joined Pandya on the crease. He was dismissed for a golden duck by medium pacer Greg Young. All-rounder Axar Patel was dismissed on the very next ball for a golden duck. India had at this point underwent a mini collapse after Samson's departure, losing 4 wickets within 28 runs. However, India finished off their 20 overs at 227 for 7 with Bhuvneshwar Kumar at 1 and Pandya at 15. Those were a few of the local, international and sports stories for the day. For more updates, stay tuned and keep watching TTV.
You've just heard the live feed from the TTV studios on TFM 95.4. Let's talk.